two English giants, Liverpool and Manchester United, clashed on Tuesday, and the gulf between the two sides become more glaring. Liverpool outclassed Manchester United for the second time this season. The Reds ran 4-0 winners against United at Anfield, following up on their 5-0 victory at Old Trafford earlier in the season. While Liverpool kept their dreams of a historic quadruple dream alive with the victory, Manchester United will finish the campaign trophyless and most likely outside the top four. This is, look, this is disheartening. Yeah.
Well, you're probably echoing the words, of the interim coach, Raf, after the game, who branded the players as embarrassing. That was some form of humiliation. Whichever word you can use to coin that defeat. When it comes to big games like this, when you are a big club, when you have the big players, it is expected that you showcase, you bring forth what you have. But in front of the fans, when you lose as much as 4-0, they begin to ask yourself, was Liverpool playing Leeds United? If Liverpool is beating Manchester United by 4-0, then what do you expect them to beat teams like Southampton Football Club? But to cut the long story short, the fact from what I saw, Liverpool were everything Manchester United were not. In terms of passion, aggressiveness, the desire to win, get the maximum 3 points, and it's not surprising that they are top of the table, pending when City will play Brighton later tonight. But the biggest story is the fact that for the first time since the Premier League era in 1992, we've seen Manchester United lose to a team 9-0 on aggregate home and away in the Premier League without scoring a goal. And I agree with Ralf Rangnick, the interim manager, that this is an embarrassment to the current Manchester United squad.
Now, talking about the record of Manchester United before now, looking at tradition of excellence, look at the class, look at the name Manchester United. Jide, I'm sure for somebody like me, it's going to be easy for me to renounce that club, to say, look, this is a big embarrassment that not Manchester United will be playing Liverpool 4-0, 5-0. What kind of...
Well, true fans don't renounce their membership. That's true fans don't do that. You see, even after this match, they were still applauding the players after the match, because this is a club that has given them so much joy over the years. This same Liverpool team, with the same crop of players, apart from maybe Luis, who just joined from Portugal the other day, was eliminated from the FA Cup by Manchester United last season. So what has changed? The players, the zeal to fight is just no longer there. It's no longer there. When you lose the ball, when Liverpool players lose the ball, you see the way they rush to take it back from you. What is called the counter press. The counter press is absent from the Manchester United game. And that had been the problem from the beginning of the season. And then you ask yourself, what should be done? There has to be a clear out. You can't keep a bunch of inept and laughably docile players in this club. This club has a tradition. There was a time that for 5 years, Liverpool could not beat Manchester United even once. And it's not a long time. In the league, this same league, like Liverpool could not beat Man U for 5 straight years in the league. I remember. And Manchester United was beating them home and away. But within a short time, and a lot of it is down to poor recruitment. You recruit the kind of players who will not make the difference.
That's it.
Manchester United has spent between 2005 and today 1.4 billion gross spent on players.
1 billion pounds.
And the players have largely refused to deliver. Today, the man who was in charge of scouting
has left
the club.
2 of them.
So, I'm happy that Ten Hag is the coach that Manchester United eventually got. That was the person that I pushed for. in my heart, and I said it on this program, that is the sort of person who can make change happen. But they've got to be patient with him. The owners of the club have not helped matters. Where Mourinho needed desperately players to beef up the team, they did not support him with the funds. Look at the way Manchester City has been supported with funds.
Really, I don't know, maybe he's right. He said as long as Sir Alex is still present in that Old Trafford, and I don't know, that maybe his record is quite intimidating and everything, that as long as he's still present, that it won't allow those coaches to concentrate. Do you see that as a valid argument?
I don't think it's a valid
putting them
argument.
under pressure.
Let's go realistically with what we've seen under Raf. Yes, Raf is expected to indeed take an advisory position, at the end of the season, and we have a new manager coming on board. But what has his training been like? The interim manager has stayed behind, leaving 2 of the newly recruited staff, to train the players, and the players see it as laughable. If you are the manager, you should take charge. These players have seen it all in world football. These players understand what it means to work with a manager who they feel has seen it all. And when you're not bringing to the table what they expect, everything changes. And that's what we're seeing on the pitch. Part of, the mission given to the manager when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was sacked was take this team into the top 4, progress into a very good stage in the FA Cup and the Champions League, and then probably play attractive football. But that attractive football has not been seen. From what we even saw last night, is a far cry from what we know of the glory days of Manchester United, where the fans would passionately say, glory, 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 Manchester United. The question is, where is the glory today? At some point in time, when City started, their own era, Sir Alex Ferguson, coined the blue half of Manchester, as noisy neighbours. But today, it's a different kettle of fish. Because while they are working on the pitch, while other clubs are working hard on the pitch, United probably concentrating on the business side alone, not looking at other important aspects, recruiting the right players. And if you take a look at the results today, they've considered 48 goals, 3 more than Burnley.
So if you leave them out of the first 4 and they're out of Champions League, they're out of all the major cups, do you see them retaining a player like Christopher Ronaldo? Cristiano Ronaldo?
No, we signed a 2-year contract, so I think he wants to remain, but we don't know whether the new coach has him in his plans. And there are speculations that the new coach has said that he does not need him. But
really,
for the people who say that Ronaldo is the problem of Man United, they should be ashamed of themselves. He has
scored about 20 goals this season.
He has 21 goals this season.
Despite the poor form of United.
He will be the player of the season for Man U, except maybe the hair. So it's, if you don't want him, then who do you want?
Wow.
He's always given his best. They say all sorts of rubbish about him, but any time he plays, he's the one who rescues his team. A 37-year-old man.
Against Norwich, if not for Ronaldo.
Rescuing Man U.
Against Norwich with his hat-trick. So it speaks volumes of what
I think
Ronaldo
in my view,
is.
they allowed Solskjaer to stay for too long in the club because Manchester United were not known to be lily-livered on the field. They were fighters. Many times they will play Arsenal, they will play badly, but they will ensure that they win.
This is not the tradition.
They left him for too long and things degenerated. And even his choice of captain, look, can see the man that he made the captain of the team is currently the biggest joke in world football.
In terms of defense.
A pure slab of meat.
One of the worst defenders in the Premier League.
80 million. Bought for 80 million. I mean, what?
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to be here. Always a pleasure. But I know Arsenal wouldn't mess up like Manchester United.
That is your problem.
No,
my biggest issue is that we are now looking like Arsenal.
Okay.
That has not. The last time Arsenal won the Premier League was around 2003. The same year my firstborn came into this world. Today, that boy is 19 years. Is that the kind of terrible image that they want Man U to inherit. I mean, I shudder to think that my club can suddenly become like Liverpool, like Arsenal.
So, Babaji Kolade, thank you for your contribution. And that's our offering today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast tonight at 11 and join us on Sunday for Journalist Hangout on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I'm Ayodele Uzubakun. See you tomorrow and God bless Nigeria.